Hi guys, and welcome to another batch of your replays. This time we're going to focus on some light tanks, and we're kicking off with cjacey in his WZ132, the Tier 8 Chinese light tank. He is here in Kamarin. It's a tough game, it's a 43%er, Tier 9 game with a lot of very experienced and a lot of good players on the enemy team. During the countdown to this game, cjacey was pinging the map at B7 and telling his team to pre-aim. Let's see what happens. So, telling my teammates where to aim when I'm scouting is something I actually don't think I've ever done. But there's usually a reason for it, and it's because most of your teammates pretty much ignore what you say or do in a scout anyway. And as you can see, cjacey has moved up to a good spotting position to spot enemy tanks moving across. The 112 obviously has 6th sense. He got spotted and decided to stay behind a house. He's already spotted RT, he's spotted a VK4502B, but absolutely no one on his team is in a position to shoot them. And as you can see in chat, cjacey is telling them to shoot. But yes, his team are camping on the K-line. In fact, only 2 tanks other than cjacey have moved past the K-line. Everyone else is at the back of the map. So this is a very frustrating part of playing light tanks, and you can pretty much see why it's a 43%er. There's a very poor lack of teamwork on cjacey's team. So he's spotted here. He's spotted a WZ132 and a WZ120 moving to the island. And he's continuing to get the spots to the north of the map, the 112 and the VK4502B. Again, the 112 has 6th sense, he gets spotted and moves back into cover. But yes, we still have a Waffentrager and a Tortoise and a Jagdtiger sitting on the K-line in a position where they are basically going to wait for all their teammates to die before getting involved in this game. Now, cjacey is constantly pinging the map on their position. That's spam. His team aren't happy about it, but yeah, I've been here. I know how frustrating it can be. So all these spots, and not a single one of these tanks has been damaged yet. So cjacey finally loses patience. If his team aren't going to shoot the tanks he's spotting, he's just going to have to do something else. He was maneuvering to try and get shots. And the gun on the WZ132 isn't the most accurate. Now there's a problem with the replay. The 112 is showing up as dead, but he's not. He's still alive, he's still moving. But someone has tracked the VK. And cjacey's just going to continue working, continuing to track him. So not doing any damage, but if those shots are doing track damage, that VK isn't going anywhere. There we go, that's another track shot. Just one more. Oh, of course it misses. And there we go. cjacey has just bagged himself a Tier 9 heavy. He's up to 860 damage. So as always in a scout, if you your team aren't doing it, you're just going to have to do it yourself. So that WZ132 and 120 are still on the island, but the other flank is collapsing. And again, this 112, the replay is showing him as dead, but he's still very much alive. He's still moving around up there. So that tiger in the corner of the map has just died. cjacey has a hint of a shot on the 112, manages to put it in. So very, very nice shot, quite lucky. But I think cjacey has finally realized that the other flank has collapsed. But he's in an important position. He's spotting a WZ120 and a WZ132, who also seems to have that bug. He finishes off or he puts another shot into the WZ132, gets himself spotted, falls back. I've been noticing more and more replay bugs recently, and even though I have tried to record this video at least twice, the same bugs are appearing, so it's in the replay file. It's not anything I'm doing. But the 120 is dead. Or sorry, the 112 is dead. RT was last spotted up in this corner. I'm wondering if cjacey is going to go RT hunting. He's spotted him. Not much to shoot at. And the GW Panther pulls back into cover as cjacey fires. Just manages to bounce, and unfortunately the RT's backup at T-54 has now just been spotted north. And CJ's team are going into a fetal position. They are moving back into K1. They are retreating. Never ever a good sign. It's still a close game. It's 6-7. So once again, cjacey is on the front line. He's going to try and spot the T-54. He's asking the Tortoise to move up into a position where he can support him, but the Tortoise doesn't seem to be inclined to move. And the rest of his team are busy camping the corner of the map. You gotta love Kamaran, and you gotta love teams like this. So cjacey gets spotted, but he's in a relatively safe position. He's using the rise to stay out of danger. RT misses a shot. T-54 has been spotted. And still, the Tortoise hasn't advanced. He has actually taken a shot at the T... No, he's not. He's not even looking north. The Tortoise is focused south on an advancing E-75. T-54 is now advancing to cjacey's right. No shots. And the campers succeed in taking out the enemy E-75. Tortoise has come up to support cjacey. Gets a good shot into the T-54. cjacey's on his premium ammo. Very dangerous tier 9 medium tank, so cjacey pokes, T-54 misses. Quite a poor shot there on an angled T-54. That shot was very, very unlikely to do any damage. CJ falls back into cover. Tortoise advances on the T-54. Someone gets a big shot into him. In the meantime, cjacey's team are being capped. Takes a hit from the T-54. Bounces his return shot. Going for the lower glacis, but thankfully the T-54 moves down a small slope, straightening his front plate, allowing CJ to pen it. The campers in the corner take out a Tiger 1 who was camping, but they've lost their Yag Tiger. 120 has been still, or well, 120 is still on the island. But things are looking better now. It is 10-9. And again, this 120 is showing up as a dead tank, but as you can see, he's very much alive. Borsig was last spotted on the other side of the map on the 1 line, so that just leaves a Waffentrager unaccounted for. Every other tank has been spotted. So cjacey moves up into a bush, gets another spot off on the WZ120. Not much to shoot at. And the 120 is showing up in the replay properly now. The VK4502B on cjacey's team is suggesting he goes for an arty run, and to be honest, I probably would have as well. But cjacey wants to continue to spot this 120. In the meantime, the looks like the Waffentrager has actually advanced down the 1 line and across the K line. He's now moving up into cap. cjacey is looking for shots, but very unlikely to get a shot from back here. So it's 11-11. Borsig has been spotted in the middle. Tortoise is doing some good work, working on the Borsig. cjacey gets a shot in just as the Tortoise gets the killing blow. So just a Waffentrager left in spawn. He's got his own problems. Yep. Our Waffentrager takes him out, and cjacey's telling his team he's going to get arty. Well, there's not much choice. There are only 2 tanks left. But cjacey's loaded up an HE shell. And the Lorraine has been spotted. Lorraine looks as if he's trying to suicide. And suicide denied. GW Panther has now been spotted and puts a big hit into cjacey. 549 damage received. Tortoise takes him out, and a very good win. So that was cjacey's ace tanker on Kamaran. He also picked up a Confederate and a sniper medal. Really frustrating map. Really frustrating game. cjacey was doing his absolute best to do his scouting role and take his scouting role seriously. Didn't get a lot of backup from his team. Ended up having to do a lot of damage himself. He ended up doing 2,809 damage. A big damage output for the WZ132, 3 kills, and earned 1,281 XP. He did 3,209 assistance damage, spotted 6, damaged 9, and destroyed 3. So some nice assistance damage, some nice scouting, even though it was pretty frustrating for a lot of the game. But really nice game. Well played on a map that usually is very boring. Next up, we have AlinSt in a game on Live Oaks in a very nice matchup. He's in his tier 4 M5A1 light tank It's a all tier 4 game. A few unfortunate tier 3s thrown in. I really did enjoy this tank when I was playing it on the Chinese line. It's a lovely little scout, and it can be a little bit of a beast when you get it into a matchup like this. I'm not including this replay because of any fantastic scout work. This is a replay that is just had me smiling all the way through it, and you're going to see why. Here we go. So one of the top scouting spots on Live Oaks is in a bush down at the bottom of C4. Actually, it's also works if you can actually get to D4, but it's a little bit more difficult. Maybe Alan's been watching too many of my videos, but it looks as if he's heading there. And this spot's really important because you get to counter scout enemy scouts moving into that position, and as you can see, the T2 light on the enemy team is there. There's a PZ1C. In fact, they're all here. He's just bounced a clip from the T2 light. He's moved into cover. He's waiting for the PZ1C to appear. Little bit of lag in the video, unfortunately. Gets a good shot into the back of the PZ1C. Finishes them off for kill number 1, but there's another PZ1C. These things are breeding like rabbits. Meanwhile, this T2... oh, it's a Lux this time. It's a stock Lux. So this is turning into a nice little cluster here. All these light tanks surrounding Alan. They're circling him like sharks. And AlinSt is just bouncing. He is just bouncing. So he's trying to spin around. He's trying to take care of this Lux. Look at all these bounces. Alan hasn't taken a single point of damage yet, and he's received 57 shots, including a friendly hit by a Martyr 38T. So he takes out the Lux, and now a Covenanter shows up to this light tank party. And Alan takes him out for kill number 3. Oh, and this DW2, who's also stock, moves in. There's not much to shoot at the T2 light. Alan's being flanked. I don't think he realizes it. There's an M2 medium behind him. Now he does, and Alan takes the first damage of the game. But he does manage to turn around and kill the M2 medium for kill number 4. In the meantime, there's still a T2 light and a DW2 here. And Alan's just going to work. Okay, he's sat in front of the DW2. DW2 gets a shot in, gets another shot in, and Alan finishes him off for kill number 5. Now there's an AMX-40 coming to join the party, and a Hetzer. Oh, no. Okay, you gotta circle the Hetzer, dude. Try to track the Hetzer. Needs to circle him. Oh, he just missed. Okay, he duped the Hetzer. Still trying to track the Hetzer. Bounces, no, and now there's a Keeney who has just friendly shot him, so he's taking a lot of damage from friendly tanks, and now there's a Martyr 2 who's come to join the party in this corner. And an AMX-40. It's going to be very difficult to pen the AMX-40, but Alan manages. AMX-40 puts a big shot in, takes most of Alan's hits. Alan needs to move into cover. He manages to, but he's only on 2 hit points, and then the RT joins in the party, and there's a Hetzer in the distance. AMX-40 gets taken out, but unfortunately a T-40 camping at D1 finally decides to kill Alan. So 6 kills for AlinSt in a really frantic little game, all played pretty much in C5. Alan never moved from C5, and just the enemy tanks came to take him out. Oh, gotta love lower tier games sometimes. Really well played. That was AlinSt's ace tanker. Now, unfortunately, he left the game before the game was over. So, What Replays doesn't have the final score sheets, but it was his ace tanker in the tank, in the M5A1. He picked up Top Gun for 6 kills and managed to do 1100 damage while taking 67 hits before going down. So really frantic play. Really enjoyed that replay. Thanks for sending it in. And thanks for watching. I will see you next time.